while ago I bought this fabric from the Eagle's Nest store. Well, I'm actually kind of annoyed because this is not what I thought it would be. It's not only is it like a bunch of pieces serged together, but it's like in pieces. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this. I'm just gonna I'm gonna do something and I'm just gonna like wing it. And it's gonna be weird. Let's just let's just have at it. I don't know if I've ever done something quite so wingedly wingedy winged. I'm winging it. That's what I got to say about that. This is a dress I made a while ago. I'm gonna use just the top part and then like I'm gonna expand the back and like do something weird with elastic because I want to try that. And then like I'm gonna split the front and put buttons in it because I don't want to use a zipper for this because like I don't want to go buy a zipper and then be like, I hate it. Dress. This was the center back on the fold. Well, I'm gonna increase it by this much and I'm gonna sew a bunch of elastic in here to make it nice and stretchy to try to make this a much more casual, comfortable top. And I'm just not cutting the full length because it's going to be a top and not a dress. I've also chosen to use bias binding on the top of the top instead of facing it like the dress originally was, and that is to facilitate the stretchiness of the back panel. I have an absolute quack ton of this elastic from, a factory that I used to work at. They had this and then like they didn't need it or something, so they gave it to me. Well, they gave it to Michael, who gave it to me. Yeah, whatever. I have an absolute quack ton of this not very good elastic, which I'm going to use on this project because I don't even know if it's going to work.
I got a hole in these pajamas.
While I'm here, I might as well fix Michael's pajamas. I got a bunch of elastic pieces cut. I'm gonna use the zigzag stitch here. That's like the multi-stitch zigzag. And, before I open this up, I should probably notch it. Just to make sure that I'm sewing to the right side. Like, not sewing them crooked. Like, I cut a bunch of strips, and I don't know if I'm gonna need them all. But I'm gonna start by butting the elastic up to the edge of the fabric. And stretch. Okay, now that I can grip this, I should stretch as much as I can. And still try to make it straight. I mean, maybe I should have used slightly longer pieces, but like, I didn't want, my top to be too wide and just like falling down, Oh, thank goodness I didn't get caught. Okay. Okay. And it looks like that. Which ain't bad. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tack the elastic to each side and then I will start sewing the zigzaggedy. I'm not even sure this fabric is new. Like it's got that sort of like slightly fluffy feel of something that's been washed a few times. So this is what it looks like. I could have definitely made these more evenly spaced and that would have looked better, but I didn't. Oh well. I think it's not too bad. It's pretty stretchy. Something that I would change in the future is that I would make the fabric a little shorter or the elastic a little longer because having to bunch all of this into this little piece of elastic was really hard. Thank God, it's so hard. So, yeah. Otherwise, it doesn't look too bad, and I'm gonna proceed. Yeah, now I am assembling the front button placket. I am simply stitching a rectangle to the front, and then I'm attaching it to the inside of the front, and then I'm gonna flip it around to the outside, stitch down. You'll see. Alright, I got the button band pinned down, and I'm gonna stitch it down. Sorry if there's a lot of like background noise. My husband's riding the train or watching TV downstairs. It's a kind of a gloomy day, so we're doing inside activity. And now I'm gonna sew the princess seams on the front. You know what? I should have flat felled these. So I'm gonna sew them inside out first. Got the flat felled seam all pinned in place here. I got a lot of pins here because this is the bust area. Not only is it highly visible, but it's also curved, so it can be a little bit tricky to get it to sit down nicely. But that's why I got a lot of pins, and pressing helps too. And I'm gonna stitch it down. I think I'm gonna do something a little bit dangerous. I sewed one seam and I'm gonna go make dinner and eat, and I might not come back till tomorrow to do the other seam, even though they're supposed to be symmetrical. I don't always like to stop in the middle because I might forget what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm really hungry. And we're back. Sewing the front princess seam on the other side now. Trying to pin this one in place is kind of weird because like one of the seams in the original fabric goes right through this seam in places. Like it kind of goes in and out, and it's just like weird. Alrighty, so this is what's going on here. I've got the front pinned in place, and the front actually it looks pretty good. Don't mind the bra straps. I plan on putting straps on the shirt and then wearing a strapless bra, but whatever. The back. So I have to, up at the top of the back in that area, I'm gonna have to probably put more elastic in it, or just bind it and have a non-stretchy top of the thing. I mean, I plan on putting buttons in the front to close it, so having the top edge not stretchy would not be a big deal. In fact, it might actually be helpful in it not having issues with gravity. I got a lot of issues with gravity, man. Gravity always trying to steal my clothes. Yeah. So I definitely am gonna have to trim this, but I kind of like that it is a little bit longer in the back because I got a lot of butt, and having a longer back means that more of my butt is covered. So that's that. Oh yeah, and I did the I flat felled seamed the side seams as well. So that's what's going on, and let's keep moving. I use the bias binding that I cut to bind the top of the top. The top of the top, yeah. Well, okay. And I just whip stitched the ends together. And that's what the inside looks like. That's what the outside looks like. And now I'm going to hem the ruffle. Big things gather. I got the ruffle on. Now I'm doing some top stitching just to make it look nice. These are the buttons I have chosen to use, and I'm going to put in the buttonholes now. I've got the top one is going to be going horizontally, and then the rest of them are going to be going vertically. Alright, this is, well, I'm not quite done yet. Obviously, I would not wear this with a sport bra, but I'm getting ready to go to work. Yeah, so I mostly like it so far. I do think that I'm going to add the straps just to make sure that gravity doesn't try to do what gravity does, but mostly I think it's alright. There's, it's not that it's, like, tight, but just, like, the buttons still pull a little bit, even though it's really not, like, super tight. So I might just sew a little snap on the inside of there just to make sure that it stays shut. Because that just looks funny, I guess, when it's, like, you know, buttons pulling. Overall, I think I'm quite satisfied. This is what the back looks like. Yeah. I guess I could say that it's a little strange, but it's actually not really. It's only strange if you don't like it, I guess. Yeah, ignore the sport bra. I'm gonna do a better visual after I put the straps on it. Yeah, this actually is not horrible. I would wear this, maybe not with my cargo pants for work, but overall, yeah. Time to sew some straps. I got them pressed in quartered, I guess is what you would quartered, because there's like 4 layer, whatever. Thanks to the elasticity in the back elastic panel, I only have to do and undo the top and bottom button in order to get the top on, so I'm just gonna sew the rest of them shut. And that will also help with any of the pulling that I occasionally see when I slouch. And I'm using the zipper foot to do so, just so that when I sew past the buttons, I'm not, like, you know, on top of them. Do up my buttons like a proper lady. Yeah, I still might want to sew a extra snap under there or something. As of right now, it is time to put my face on and go do some errands. Still a bit chilly for bare shoulders, but here we are. I sure do look suspicious today. So, after dropping off the recycling, I went to the park next to the drop off and it was empty. The parking lot was completely empty. There were no cars. So I thought, oh, awesome. I have the park to myself. And it's like 11 a.m. on a Thursday and it's like kind of on and off sun, spitting rain. Because, April showers bring May flowers, man. But, anyways, so I'm like doing my thing, spinning around in the grass. And a car pulls up and drives by in front of me real slow. And I can see them looking out the window at me. I'm thinking, okay, they think I'm weird, whatever. They drive away. And then like a minute later, a park employee in their like municipal pickup truck comes in. And they drive by me real slow and I can see them eyeballing me. I'm thinking, I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm just weird.